Alright, let me go ahead and try this all over again. Let's see. I don't know what the picture was exactly, but I'm assuming it's gay gardevoirs that started this all. This shit started with an ellipses and saying more lesbian gardevoirs. Yay! The people around him were oblivious to his quote-unquote sarcasm, because you can totally tell sarcasm through text. And they're just agreeing, yay, yes. The artist says, someone asked me to draw that. No one ever asks me to draw the gay stuff. It feels bad. So one other person compliments them. Mr. Universe decides to say, that was sarcasm on my part. I see it a little too often. Other people respond with, they're soft. My dear old buddy says, lesbian gardevoirs are cute. These two look very pretty. I'm gonna take your word for it. So they tag him specifically and it says, it's more the fact that it makes me feel self-conscious. They're not sure how, but they just say, alright. He responds with, basically it's for two reasons. One, seeing a couple of any kind makes me feel lonely. Don't know why. Can't you just be happy for them? Why you gotta immediately be like, nah, I'll die alone. And two, lesbians would not date me, so I fear that if I might love a girl, she will never love me back. This plays into that. Why are you attracted to lesbians is my question. Lesbians are clearly not attracted to men. I'm just saying. He says lesbians would not date me. I fucking wonder why.
Hold on. Let me get my team of fucking Harvard graduate researchers and we'll go figure this out on our own.
I'd love to know what his attraction to lesbians is if he knows that it is a fruitless fucking endeavor.
Try not to curse too much, Fish. You're gonna come off as edgy.
I'm just saying, this is the first time I've cursed.
And I'm just saying, try not to curse too much. Because then you'll come off as edgy.
And then they say, so I fear that if I might love a girl, she will never love me back. How about you get to know the person instead of falling head over heels on sight?
This guy sounds awfully familiar, by the way.
Like who? A certain person we both know and will not name?
Flapjack.
Yeah. Waffles.
Waffles.
Yeah, so I fear if I might love a girl, she will never love me back, because I will totally not get to know this person beforehand. This plays into that. That makes sense, friendo? So my dear buddy responds with, well, I mean, lesbians aren't attracted to guys, so that's not going to affect every girl you talk to.
Just call him Samurai.
Samurai with a trowel.
I wonder if he's actually reacting to that.
Wow.
Anyway, continue.
But regardless, I know it makes me happy to see others happy. Just because you don't have someone doesn't mean you have to get sad whenever you see a pairing like this. Which is a very good point. I agree with that greatly. Yes, Skull's here. This shit actually continues and it makes me sad. It says, I guess our ARE brains are just wired differently. I have noticed at 90% of the girls I talk to regularly are part of the LGBT community. Those typos, though. I have noticed at 90% of the girls I talk to. Not that.
I'm sorry, I kind of zoned out there.
No.
Fighting Team Plasma in the Relic Castle.
I guess our ARE brains are just wired a bit differently.
You know what would have been hilarious?
What?
If you said, I guess our brains are just wired our instead of. If you swap the words.
I know.
It's a joke.
I know. I have noticed at 90% of the girls I talk to regularly are part of the LGBT community.
Maybe you should consider a location shift.
That is exactly what they continued with. Our dear samurai friend here. Well, that's just a coincidence and can also be affected about where exactly you're looking. Doesn't mean you gotta let all the lesbian gardevoir pictures get to you. Need I remind you, this is about gardevoirs. Fictional animals.
Can't even say gardevoirs are human because they're not. They're blobs.
They're amorphous jello molds. But they respond with, I would explain why I don't like seeing my waifu Pokemon portrayed as a lesbian, but it would take a while. Mr. Killjoy doesn't like it when other people have fun. What business is it that whose business is it that when other people make characters, it's their Pokemon, it's their character. If they want to make it gay, fucking suck it up. I know, but my waifu.
Ouch, that took a chunk out of Grandma. Fucking got jump kick, man.
Fuck, what do I call Mr. Blue?
Red.
What's the real? What do I call him?
Surreal. Average.
Mr. Average Song here says, I mean, are people really gonna stop just because of you? You're just making a scene here that nobody wants to see, and when this is the art channel, dude, take it to the rant channel if you feel the need to complain. That's where the conversation ends.
In that particular part.
In that particular section. But they pull up old conversations to show me this amazing person. They tag my buddy dear pal, and they immediately say, triggered. Some people are confused and they say, what? Furry, lesbian, gardevoirs. More people are rightfully confused. I am referring to an earlier post. Earlier. Earlier post.
Derp.
What the fuck is this English even? Exactly.
Okay, try to tone down the fuck. At least spread out your curses.
I did. This is the first time I've used it in a while.
Change it up.
Mm.
Fuck is overused.
Fuckity fuck. There.
Congratulations. Fuck is in Ubers now.
Yeah. What is English even? He says, I am referring to an earlier post. I'm sorry? It's not your fault. Wait, so they take a confused I'm sorry? Because they're asking for context, and they say, it's not your fault. Furry. And someone else was questioning, and then they have tails and shit. One of them is part Mew. Why? Which is a psychic type, isn't it? Yes, Mew is psychic. which means it's got the mental capacity to use mental powers. Something humans don't even have. If anything, psychics are above us. With the conversation, but I'm gonna go along with it. Mr. Universe decides to respond with, I know what that means. Other people are confused, asking, what about it? It just irks me for personal reasons. Ellipsis, and someone else is just speechless, so they just type a bunch of ellipses. What? Everyone is just like reasonably fucking confused. Sorry. And I say, let's just say I have had conflict with the LGBT community in the past, and seeing my favorite Pokemon / waifu being depicted like that, it makes me feel sad and a bit pissed. The only thing is that I could respond with at that point was just like, oh no, my fictional waifu that everyone in this server has one of and can change as they please is triggering me because it's furry and gay.
One or more of.
One or more of. Considering I have like 10 at least.
You have all of them.
I have all the gardevoirs. Need I remind you this is an amorphous jello mold? Why do people want to stick their dick in jello?
Slime girls.
I still stand by what I said. Why do people want to stick their dick in jello? This isn't his character. It's none of his characters. It's none of his concern. Literally a good chunk of the gardevoir artists on that server have gay gardevoirs. Shock, they're all lesbians. My dearest brother Mankind decides to say 38DD gardevoirs are not going to magically fly out of the computer screen and onto your cock just because you will it. Honestly, I'm starting to believe this dude thinks they are real and they will do that, which is freaking creepy.
By the way, you don't have to disguise my name. Cactus Jack is not my name.
I just like using different names.
But Cactus Jack is funny.
What about Dude Love?
I don't like Dude Love. If you must, then call me Bang Bang. Nah, stick to Cactus Jack.
And then Boyo Mi Pelm, samurai with a trowel, sends me Mr. Universe's edgy ass backstory for his character. Which is totally not a self-insert, by the way. Understandably so, Skulls. I'm scared too. I am very scared. But yeah, onto the edgy backstory. They start with, I'm trying to write a character, but the premise is a bit difficult to get right without going into details. I'm trying to write a character with a very hateful opinion, but at the same time, not make him a villain. Basically, he has a fucked up past and grew those opinions because of it.
Oh man, I love that rating.
What?
Drotagon is a weaker Haxorus. Its attack power is merely awesome instead of holy shit, I'm going to die. I'm gonna use that rating.
It doesn't only make me want to burn the screen, it makes me want to crawl into a corner and cry and think that people like this actually exist.
Humanity 2017.
Humanity 2017. Right below the toilet.
That's where roaches lie. Even roaches don't want to fuck gardevoirs.
Okay, true. Where was I? Oh yeah. not make him a villain. Basically, he has a fucked up past and grew those opinions because of it. In the end, I want to make it to where his opinion changes, not entirely, but quite a bit. I'm not sure how to write him in a way that doesn't make him seem like Anakin Skywalker from the Star Wars prequels. More of a guy who is hateful, but covers his hate with sadness. His hate and sadness with stupid jokes and one-liners. By the way, yes, I am going to read every single typo.
Thank you.
As they should be.
You're supposed to quote him verbatim.
I'm going to quote him verbatim. Every single word exactly as it is fucking written.
Shit, I missed that.
What I got for his story so far is that he was a prince of a limited power monarchy, but his grandfather was, to put it in simple terms, King Hitler. By the way, I love how he has the time to capitalize the K and H in King Hitler, but he has no time to capitalize his eyes.
Wait, King Hitler?
It says King Hitler. His grandfather was, to put it in simple terms, King Hitler.
Oh, it's a description.
It's a description. But why?
Because Hitler.
Because Hitler.
Hitler's
Okay.
a meme.
When his more lenient son took over, he implemented a parliament to help the king. But the parliament ended up filled with corrupt leaders from the last kings. No apostrophe separating the G and the S. The kings rule. This ended up with Parliament and the royal family. The prince. Ooh. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. This ended up with right extremists take over. So the people rebelled and killed the Parliament and the royal family. The prince, who was 10 at the time, was only one to escape. The leader of this movement replaced the government, not as it is properly spelled. He does know there's an N in government, right?
What?
There's an N in government.
Yes, government.
He wrote it without the N.
So it's
Government. Oops.
You know, I used to hear the Double Mint commercial and think they were saying government gum. I don't know why, but that's like one of the weirdest.
Illuminati gum.
You okay?
It's green like the lizard people.
Breathe, fish. You're gonna die.
Why did that get to me? Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm done, I swear. Alright.
It's still lingering.
Because I saw government again.
Just say the House of Commons or whatever.
The House of Comments. It's not spelled right, remember?
House of Mouse.
House of Mouse. Oh, God. The leader of this movement replaced the government with a new system, which, without writing an essay, is a very liberal form of communism. How is communism liberal? That's something I'd love to know.
Have you seen the left lately?
Fair point.
Thank you. Antifa is all liberal.
Oh, Jesus. Being an impressionable child, the prince grew to resent the LGBTQ Because the leader of this movement was a lesbian.
You know, he's being very disrespectful to the LGBTQAAIP plus community, right?
Pretty sure there's a silent question mark in there.
And an asterisk.
And an asterisk.
Sorry, shut up.
But yeah. Controversial. I know. But it fits with the narrative. If you say so, my dude. When this prince, who now lived on the streets, turned 20, he ran across a strange-looking girl around his age. What he does not know is that his girl was one, a gardevoir. Because why not?
Red flag.
Red flag number fucking 1, it's a gardevoir. What is this universe supposed to be? Is he a human? Does he want to stick his dick in a jello mold? I'm dead serious. Is this dude a human? It's like he has no kind of context. Is he supposed to be human in a Pokemon world? Is he a Pokemon in the Pokemon world? Is this mystery dungeon?
Is this real life? Is this fantasy? Is he caught in a landslide? Is there any escape from reality?
I don't know. Anyway, the wind blows. It doesn't really matter to me.
Or him, apparently.
But yeah, you know, that is a good fucking question. I was just gonna say it, Ninja.
But Ninja's in the chat.
Yeah.
We're talking about a different guy in the story.
That is a good question, Ninja. How the fuck does someone not know? It's a gardevoir at first glance. The white skin, the green, the fucking ghost white skin, the green hair.
Albino SJW.
The bright red eyes, the giant chest horn jutting out of her abdomen, the noodle limbs.
It's an albino SJW cosplaying as that woman from Kung Pao with the one tit. That is very specific, but that's what I'm convinced he thought it was.
Paddle arms.
Fetish gear.
Noodle limbs.
She's really malnourished.
Oh my god, he's human.
You see? Someone should read this in a noir voice.
He's human and he wants to fuck a gardevoir. What is my life even?
It's the fandom you're part of.
I left those servers. I am not a part of that fandom. No humans will ever put their hands on my gardevoirs unless it is their trainers giving them a high five or a pat on the head.
Or a slap on the butt in the case of Hisaki the Nitro. Good job.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah. Somehow he had no idea this was a fucking gardevoir. If anything, I'll give him some kind of props that he at least knows how to draw somewhat. He knows how to draw grass. And Organization 13 members by the look of it. I love that. His OC, the prince, looks like a fucking member of Organization 13. That's fantastic. Oh, God. 1, a gardevoir. 2, an undercover agent for a higher power. That was an interdimensional. Oh, God, Tony. Listen to this.
I'm listening, unfortunately.
Number 2 was an undercover agent for a higher power. That being an interdimensional army.
No, I'm fairly certain number 2 was an agent for the kids next door. I guess you could count them as an intergalactical agency now with
Mm.
space kids next door.
Oh, Jesus.
Did I just say intergalactical?
Yes.
Wow, okay, I'm no better. Intergalactic.
Intergalactical.
Trademark.
I demand that be a new goddamn show.
My word now. Everyone that uses it from now on, pay me a nickel.
I just said that's. Fuck it. I just said that's surreal. Jesus Christ.
What?
It's not a Kingdom Hearts robe. Shut up.
What? No, you're right. It's not a Kingdom Hearts robe. It's a nobody robe.
That is very true. He is totally not a member of the Organization 13. Shut up.
He's not number 02. You see, there's actually 20. What they don't tell you is that there's actually 26 members.
Oh my god, he actually said that.
Oh no. Oh no. Please no.
The game froze?
No, my DS is breaking.
How so? Oh shit.
It's gonna crack soon.
Did it drop at some point?
I don't know.
Just be careful with it.
But look at this now. It's straight up. I don't want it to be straight up.
Just turn it up a little.
I can't.
Or do you want to use my DS?
No, let's play like this. God damn it.
Hmm. Are you fucking kidding me? It says, also, it's not a Kingdom Hearts room. Shut up. He said that. Surreal quoted him. I was praising him on how good it looked, and that's what I get. I love how he blatantly acknowledges that he looks like a member of the Organization 13, and now I'm 99% convinced he traced that image. With someone who has such a shitty backstory, there's no way their art is actually that good and their gardevoirs are that on point. I am 99.9% convinced that he traced this image now. Should I just pull up the image and show them?
What image?
Mr. Organization, Mr. It's totally not a nobody.
No, I told you. What I was gonna say before, I had this horrid realization. There's actually two sectors of the organization. There's Organization Roman numeral 13, and then there's Organization 13.
1-3.
Yes.
Oh my god, this guy is something.
I'm waiting for someone to just come out and tell me there's also an organization. No, there's also an organization binary 13.
No, there's
0 through 9, A through F.
No.
I'm 9F.
No, Tony.
What?
There's an Organization Egyptian numerals 13. I am number bird man bending over.
I'm number crocodile face dog man. I am number sun with I in the middle, and I lead this group.
Oh god, fuck Kingdom Hearts sometimes.
Most people quell over darkness and light. My only concern is the sand.
It's cool.
Vast seas of sand as far as the eye can see. I'm going to destroy my organization and kill myself.
Oh god, I'm just gonna continue this train wreck.
Go right ahead. I'm gonna mourn my dying DS.
I was at Interdimensional Army. And number 3 was looking for recruits. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is he calling one of us?
I don't know. No. It's revealed. It's no comma, no apostrophe. So it's a thing. Not it is.
It actually isn't it with an apostrophe S supposed to be possessive?
No. It's without the S. It's without the apostrophe as a possessive. Excuse me. It's revealed that the prince inherited it. I have a strong feeling inherited is spelled wrong. Inherited a gene that every single creature has, but only 1 in 100 trillion were born with dominant genes.
So now it's Metal Gear Solid.
Yep. So he is Solid Snake number 02.
No.
Who wants to fuck a gardevoir?
No, he needs a new code. He needs a new code name animal. Crying chinchilla.
Why do you keep sending me these things?
That'll be his fox die name.
Is this an android gardevoir? Is he seriously ripping off Gardevoirs?
Weeping chinchilla.
Oh man, if Simon ever finds out about this.
Let me see it.
This looks eerily similar to both Slags and Gardevoirs. Slags are in Gardevoirs.
This is his crush?
Yep. He not only wants to stick his dick in an amorphous jello mold, he wants to stick his dick in an amorphous jello mold with Lego bricks.
Wait, I love the wording on this. My Gardevoir OC for the story I am writing.
I'm sorry, give me? Does he seriously write it wrong?
Writing.
My Gardevoir, quote unquote, OC for the story I am writing. Oh my god, I'm going to cry. It's so bad. Nah, it's Halo now. It's Halo with Solid Snake, the member of Organization 13, who is the Prince of King.
The Prince of Persia.
The Prince of Persia, who wants to fuck Sergeant Calhoun the Gardevoir.
So, this isn't Master Chief, this is my OC, Master Chef.
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck is an ODST?
Orbital Drop Something Team.
Oh my god,
that
she's
the
like...
title of one of the Halo games. Halo ODST something.
She is apparently... It says she is a Gardevoir and an ODST. So he wants to stick his dick in a cyber elf.
Overly dramatic slime technology? I don't know. Busty Estonian shopkeeper?
Overly drawn. Oh god. Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna kick those turkeys' asses.
I'm gonna start back from this section right here. It's revealed that the prince inherited a gene that every creature has, but only 1 in 100 trillion were both dominant genes. He was able to manipulate a part of reality.
And now he's infinite.
And now he's infinite. Play kid-friendly Linkin Park.
Stop making fun of Linkin Park. He's dead.
He inherited the verisoin of that gene that controlled destruction. Basically, the destruction magic tree from Skyrim.
There we go. I sort of fixed it.
Oh, apparently it stands for Orbital Drop Shock Trooper.
Oh, I thought it was team. But I was right about the first two parts. Orbital Drop something team. Chiren, for fuck's sake, stop telling me what to do.
Oh god. But yeah. Basically the destitution magic tree from Skyrim. Notice how he has absolutely no creative bone in his body.
He has to pretty much rip something from a game that not everyone has played. I'm pretty sure ninjas never played Skyrim.
But it's one of those games that everyone...
Ask him if anyone's played Skyrim among you guys.
I don't know who the fuck has played Skyrim here. Oh god. Okay. He quickly rose in the ranks of this army until he became a general. But during his training had fallen in love with the girl, see, Pokemon, that had saved him from the world he hated. Shortly after the promotion, he accidentally ran into his crush, making love to a Loppony girl. A day later, she and the Loppony were gone. This traumatized the prince and rekindled his suppressed hatred. You know, I have a very good question right now.
I'm pregnant and she's the mother?
No. How does catching some random bitch you barely know fucking a rabbit? How does that lead you to having some serious PTSD, dude?
The same way the color pink traumatizes me. Well, actually, the color purple. Fish. Yeah, I remember. It was in 5th grade. My teacher asked me, "Why didn't you take down the notes?" I'm like, because you wrote it in purple, and purple isn't my favorite color. I shit you not. I said that to the teacher. I'm like, why didn't you write the notes? Purple isn't my favorite color. So like, ever since then, I told people I have non-flashbacks to the color purple, and then I look at the Joker statue and I'm like, I had a weird childhood.
I stand by what I said. How does catching some random Pokemon fucking another Pokemon?
Random.
Some other random.
Because this Loppony came in out of nowhere and stole your girl.
The girl that wasn't even yours.
Like, stole the girl that wasn't even yours.
Oh. This traumatized the prince and rekindled his suppressed hatred. Filled with grief and a whirlwind of emotions, he tried to end it all with a blade he had to recover from a mission. Question: If they're all Halo soldiers, don't they have guns? Can't they just shoot themselves?
You know Halo's the name of the planet, right?
No, you know what I mean. I'm just saying.
I don't know what the soldiers are actually called. I'm just pretty sure that...
I'm just gonna call them shock troopers.
Let's call them ground troopers. Or Master Chief clones.
If all these Master Chiefs have guns, why don't they just shoot themselves if they want to kill themselves? Why does he have to why does he have to try and pull some but thou must with a random sword he has to pick up from nowhere?
Knife.
No, it's a sword apparently.
Well, it's a knife because he's a pussy.
Alright, fine, it's a butter knife.
Is it a plastic butter knife?
Yes. A plastic butter knife that's attached to a spork.
Of doom!
Oh god. Unknowing to him, this blade was cursed and tried to consume his soul. But due to this special gene, his soul was unable to be destroyed. So when the blade tried turning him into a beast it could control, the prince absorbed the monster in the blade, and a dark armor manifested around him.
Dark Knight Cecil!
Fuck you, it's not Dark Knight Cecil, it's that trash that Jaden wears.
You mean Supreme King?
Yes. It is Supreme King Jaden.
Wait, there was a second Supreme King then.
Mm-hmm.
Supreme King Dark. From Arc V. Christ, guys!
I assure you his name wasn't Supreme King in the original.
He even has multicolor. He's also heterochromatic.
Huh?
Meanwhile, Milky Professor.
Anyway, a dark armor manifested around him, formed from the very emotions that led him to this actoin.
You know who else got a manifestation of power based on their emotions? Feelings of goodness unlock chaos control. Feelings of evil and hatred and resentment lead to chaos blasts.
Oh my god, he's Shadow the Hedgehog too.
Unleash the fury, Double D.
Okay, so let's run down the list of what this dude is. He is Master Chief Solid Snake, Organization 13 member, who is the Prince of Persia, wants to stick his dick in a cup of Jello filled with Lego bricks, who tried to kill himself with the Soul Edge.
He's wielding the Soul Edge.
Yeah, who tried to kill himself with the Soul Edge, who ended up taming the beast within and became Supreme King Jedi.
How dare you? It's Jaden here in the United States of Jesus.
Supreme King Jedi. All because he couldn't fuck a gardevoir.
For the lulz. At this point, it's for the lulz. Come on.
After this transformation, he came to the conclusion that he ran away because she did care about him and was a lesbian. What?
Would you believe I actually forgot V-Create was a move?
I did too. But what?
Little girl, you probably haven't heard of it until now.
No, I remember V-Create is one of Victini's signature moves. Or
would you believe Rayquaza has it too?
Never mind, because Rayquaza.
Stream. What?
No. Just,
You know, more reasons to keep Rayquaza where it's at.
Throws hands up.
As far away as possible.
Back in the ozone layer.
Go away. Nobody likes you anymore.
I think I need to read this again. After this transformation, he came to the conclusion that he ran away because she did care about him. Pretty sure that meant to be a she. But he ran away because she cared about him. He was the one that ran like a bitch because she loved him. Or so he says. Because she's a lesbian. Because bisexuals don't exist. Polygamous relationships don't exist.
Nope. Completely ignoring my own. Keep going. I'm just going through the Discord chat.
Oh my god.
Seeing this chaos unfold.
Even though its ITS was the opposite. She left to avoid hurting him by seeing her with her partner. She was bisexual. Is she a lesbian or is she bi? Make up your fucking mind.
He's whatever he wants her to be, baby.
No, she.
You're clear.
He developed the double space, feeling that no one cared about him.
No one does care about him.
At the momnet, I'm just gonna say it like that. At the momnet, he vowed to find her again and win her love. So he spends his resources as a general to find the love he had lost and the happiness that died with his childhood. You are 100% right. That is a fucking self-insert if I'd ever seen one. Oh my god. So, fuck this dude. I'm gonna show his art, quote unquote, because now I'm convinced he traced this shit.
Just be glad it's not like your own gardevoir that was cosplaying as Doom Slayer.
I know, I remember drawing Sophie as Doom Guy. That was precious.
Fist bumping her own little form.
Yep.
At my request.
I really need to redraw that sometime. Ninja said in the chat, crawling in my epidermis.
Traversing
Traversing Ninja.
Traversing beneath my epidermis.
You got it wrong.
These lacerations, they refuse to bend. Damn it, Ninja. Sophisticated crawling in my skin right.
Also, talk about an edgy as fuck picture name. It's called Heartache. I'm gonna open this and show it to the world. Considering what kind of person this is, I have a very strong feeling that this is traced from an actual image of an Organization 13 member.
Mute yourself.
Hmm?
You gotta cut the stream short for now.
Although I think I do have to end the stream for a bit.
Ahora va a tener que apagar eso primero para que no se. Nada de pelar allá y pone esto ya.
Yo sé.
Tiene que apagar la luz para que no te mete un corrientazo. Pues espere para que.
Alright, I gotta end this shit. Be right back, guys. I'll just start another one later.